Hey everybody, Marcus Crawford here with the Idaho Quadcopter channel. Hey, I am in a kind of a little different spot than I've flown before. I'm just off of Swan Falls Road, which is kind of on the way to the Snake River Canyon where I fly often. So I've got the Hubsan Zino Pro Plus. So I'm looking forward to giving this guy another try. We had an initial flight with it a while back that, I had a couple issues with. I did some things before this flight. On the previous flight, I had not calibrated the controller. I did that this time. I don't really think that was the cause of our problems last time, but it's just one more thing you can check off the list. So we got that done. So we're going to put this guy up in the air, and we're going to see just a little bit of different territory than we've seen before. And I'm mostly interested in reasonable video quality. Obviously, you don't have an expectation with a drone like this that you're going to get the same kind of quality you get out of say a DJI Mavic Air 2 or Mavic 2 or something like that. But it is a budget price drone, so but it will shoot in 4K 30 frames per second. So we're looking for acceptable video quality with it. So in any case, let's get this guy in the air and let's just take a look around here. Okay, we've got the drone reporting ready to fly here. I want to point out I used the cable that came with the kit, the USB cable, and it wouldn't connect. It said that there was no connection. So I happen to have the cable. I happen to have my Zino 2 Plus with me, and I had the OTG cable for it, and it's working. So that has been a problem with Hubsan cables, the OTG cables that they supply. They're just not reliable. So I would recommend if you buy any Hubsan drone that you buy another OTG cable, because the ones they give you just aren't high quality enough to give you a good connection. At least that's been my experience. I've ran into this a few times. So in any case, first thing we're going to do is we're going to check the safety menu here and see if there's anything. It says we're all connected. It's not asking for any kind of calibrations. The gyro is normal, the compass is normal, the gimbal is normal. We did format the SD card, so there's no reason that we can't take off here. Let's go ahead and switch to video and check our video settings. And we want to be on 4K. And we're going to go 30 frames per second, which is correct. White balance, it's kind of part cloudy, part sunny, but mostly cloudy. So I'm going to put the white balance on cloudy day here. And color on ordinary. And we've got our grid lines, so we should be good to go. I'm going to start recording right now. Okay, so I'm going to hit takeoff here on the controller.
Refresh to the return point.
And there it is.
Please mind the return
has
position.
Gone up a couple of meters off the ground. We got a little bit of sink there, but it's looking pretty good. Let's spin it around here so we can get a look at the drone. And one of the things that you guys know about the Zino Pro and the original Zino is there are no bottom-facing sensors. So it is simply relying on the barometer and GPS. And this guy is, it's moving around a little bit, but, understandable based on the fact that it does not have any kind of downward-facing sensors. So let's bring it over here. And we need to I'm going to kind of move it off and point it the direction I want to go here, and we're going to do our usual manual droney. So let's go reverse and up now. Reverse and up. And I'm going to try and point it off here. little bit of cross coupling there, and oh, I see I kind of had the camera pointed a little too high. And you can see we are about out in the middle of the pucker brush here. Let's move it over here a little bit. And it's looking pretty good on FPV here. Let's get a little altitude. Let's take it up to about 60 meters. And you can see I'm kind of in the middle of nowhere. All right, I'm going to ease the drone around here. And so far, so good. We got a good connection. The drone, so far is handling well. And look at that. What you didn't expect is we are actually fairly close to the Snake River Canyon. And I'm completely off the sticks. And the drone is continuing to yaw here a little bit. So not sure what that's about. Like I said, I did, that's similar to what we had last time. And I did calibrate this controller, but there it finally stopped. So let's move forward here. And let's kind of turn towards the canyon. Looks pretty good, huh? We'll see if you guys can recognize exactly where we're at here. And there's not much wind today. I think UAV forecast said that we had, I don't know, like 10-mile-an-hour winds, but it's certainly not that, not at all. And this is looking the other direction over the canyon. And there again, I'm off the sticks, but the drone continues to move around a little bit. And I don't, I suppose that could be some wind. I don't know. But that, like I said, this drone is based only on GPS and its barometer. So I think we should kind of move forward here. And we're just in normal mode. And this is a part of the canyon that we probably haven't looked over before. So this is kind of a treat with this little guy to get a look at this. And with the wind direction on UAV forecast, we're actually going against the wind right now. So returning, we'd be coming back. So let's just kind of do a slow yaw around here, so you can kind of take a look at the territory here. And that we were just looking west there, and as we turn here, we're going to be kind of looking south. And those mountains off in the distance there are called the Oahe Mountains. I'm telling you, this is looking really good on FPV, and I've got a good solid signal here, so feeling pretty good about this. So this is heading due south, and this is kind of the direction. You can, if you look off there, you can see the spot where we fly often at the dedication point overlook. Kind of gives you an idea of how vast the country is here. And we're flying at about 23, 24 miles an hour here, but it sure doesn't feel like it. You don't get that sense of speed. And that's me yawing the drone there. I did notice that when I let off the stick, I still do get a little bit of movement, a little bit of yaw. And drop the gimbal down there just a tad to get kind of a little bit better look. Boy, great battery life. We're only at 69% on the battery life here. Okay, let's turn again. And let's go the other direction up the canyon. Look at this. That's pretty cool, huh? I'm going to put the drone, I'm going to come to a stop here, put the drone in sport mode, and let's see if we can get a little more speed going here. And we are. So yeah, that's up to about a little over 12 meters per second. So, you know, we're at about, I don't know, 27, 28 miles an hour here. And this island down here, I will have to look that up to see the name of that. And you can see a little trail there on the side of the canyon. And that, when you get to that part of it, that is just a hiking trail. That's kind of beyond where you can actually drive. You can go down into the canyon at the Swan Falls Dam, and you can drive quite a ways up the canyon here. And I apologize, that's me moving the... I'm dropping the gimbal down there. I was kind of yawing there, and I kind of wanted to get you a look at kind of what it looks like on the side of the canyon here. And, you know, the controls on this guy are, you know, it's just, I find myself having to correct some of the direction. So, you know, I think I'm kind of spoiled by flying some of the DJI products that I do, because you just don't have the same level of control. So this is a spot here that we're kind of over right now. I'm going to drop the gimbal down. I'm going to drive out to that someday. So there's a road that's going out to that, and I think that'd be a great spot to fly from right there. I think that'd be really cool. And this road, it's just a dirt track that goes out there, so we need to do that one of these days. And back over the canyon we go, and you can just see how deep this is. And then if you look off there, right in front of us is the end of the drivable part of the trail that goes up the canyon. You can drive right about out to here, and you have to turn around. Boy, the canyon is beautiful, isn't it? Man, oh man, you just have to love that view. We'll kick it on up here in speed. And there again, we're about essentially headed due south here. And it's pretty clear we're kind of going against the wind here. You can tell by the speed. I am still in sport mode, and we're kind of going against the wind. Okay, we're at about 55% battery, so I'm going to start heading back our direction. We'll yacht around here slowly. And let's go right over the edge here. Give you guys a look at the edge of the canyon. I'm anxious to see how this looks on the when I pull the SD card out. It looks like we got a little blue sky there off in the distance. And there must be more wind out there, because you can see the drone is kind of tilted into the wind, and it's the gimbal that's kind of keeping the horizon straight here. That's me yawing it around here. And this kind of spot out here, I want to go out and look at this one of these days. It's weird that there's, I don't know if it gets wet or what it is, but there's just nothing that grows there. I always wanted to take a closer look at that. And you can see some power lines there. Getting a little bit of breakup on FPV. There, it's straightened out. Let's pick up that camera again. And that road you see out there is the Swan Falls Road. Sorry for that quick yaw. Tried to make that slow and easy. And there we are. Heading right back to us. Just giving you a look at the landscape here. So this direction that we're going right now, if you went down the canyon that direction, it would take you to, you guys have seen me fly at Celebration Park before, and the Guffey Bridge, that's down there just a ways. And I don't know what this looks like, some kind of foundation. Obviously, yeah, there was probably somebody's home there at one point. And I can hear the drone flying by there. I got to tell you, you know, other than what I've pointed out to you with kind of the controls being just a little bit more vague than what I'm used to, the drone's just flying great. And we've been in the air for 15 minutes, and we still have 40% battery. As I was driving in here, I saw just down the road a ways that they were running a bunch of sheep. So I can't imagine that there's much for them to graze on here, but they had them out there. And there again, we are looking basically north now. And that road that you see kind of on the right-hand side of the screen is the Swan Falls Road. Okay, I am going to hit return to home, and let's see if this guy will hit a precision landing for us. So I'm letting off the sticks now. I'm going to pick up the gimbal just a tad. And I think, you know, we do have just a little bit of a tilted horizon, so I'm going to hit return to home right here on the controller.
Return to home.
So the drone answered that, and it's coming back to us here. You know, this drone is very similar to the to just the original Hubsan Zino, but it's definitely more powerful. And it's coming right up on us here. Pretty cool to see it flying through the air. Okay, I'm going to stop recording so that this guy can, and it's orienting itself. We'll let it come down here a little bit, and then I'm going to stop recording, and we'll see if we can get a precision landing. It looks pretty darn close. Look at that. Okay, recording stopping now. And then it uses that camera to get a precision landing. And I'm just going to let it land because we got a nice little bit of pavement here for it to land on. So even if it doesn't hit, and there it's correcting. Look at that. Look, we got the target. Boy, it's right on it. If it can hit that, we'll be good. I always get a kick out of this. You know, seeing the drone figure it out and nail that landing. Pretty darn close. Well, at the last second, it moved off and it picked up the camera as it landed. So you saw that there. It's just it's less than a foot off of the landing pad. So that's pretty darn close. And we're down to 31% battery. Let me get it shut down and we'll do a quick conclusion. Okay, the Hubsan Zino Pro Plus. Boy, we had a good flight with this guy today. Got to see a little bit different part of the canyon than I've shown you before. Gosh, I just was very pleased with the way the drone handled today. We had really good FPV. There was one little part where we had a little bit of a stutter on the FPV. I think I may not have been pointed right directly at the drone, so but it wasn't bad at all. So and as far as battery power, I mean, I think we flew for probably over 20 minutes there, and we had, I think we landed with like 39% battery. And that's something, I've shown you this before. This has got that extended battery on it with the clip here. I'll pull it out here real quick and you can see. And it is, the last time I did a video, somebody disputed the fact that it had a 5,000 milliamp battery, but there it is, 5,000 milliamps. And I think they advertised like a 43-minute flight time. I don't know if you get quite that, but the thing is, it does quite well. It flies as long as I want to fly. And then the other cool thing about this battery is that it is a smart battery, as opposed to the original Zino Pro, which was not. So the only thing that's a little bit odd is the way it clips on here. But you know what? I kind of wondered about that at first, but you know what, it actually works pretty good. So no complaints there. And yeah, so I guess that's about it. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Just a little bit different view, and you know, having fun with the drone. So yeah, that's about it. This is Marcus Crawford with the Idaho Quadcopter channel out. And if you like this kind of content, please consider subscribing to my channel. But most of all, honestly, I really appreciate you taking the time to look at this video. And of course, we'll see you on the next one. Bye now.